fears that we are powerful beyond measure.
I'ma show you how great I am. I'ma show you how great I am. I'ma show you how great I am.
I get it on. We can do it. We can do it. We can do it.
I'ma show you how great I am.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
How y'all doing today?
Good.
Good. All right. Again, y'all get to see what we talking about today. We talking about wisdom and wealth, right? The King Solomon generation. Wait, I'm about to put this up. Let me get this right. Hit the photo. Start. I'm getting good with this. Learning how to run 4 cameras. We got 4 cameras today. We did the video, so we got all of that worked out. Oh, wait. I want to add something. Let's see how we're gonna let that ride. Okay. So today, as we get started, I want y'all to repeat after me. Y'all ready? Y'all ready?
Yes.
Y'all ready?
Yes.
That's right. Yes. I will make you into a great nation. And I will bless you. And I will make your name great. And I will bless you, and you will be blessed. I messed that one up. I messed that. That was part 1. And we're going to do it again. I will make you into a great nation. And I will bless you. And I will make your name great. You will be blessed. That was part 2. I will bless those who bless you. I will curse those who curse you. And through you, all the nations will be blessed. Now, how would you feel if you heard God say that to you? Think about it. I will make you a great nation. What? God just said that to me. Yeah. He said, I will bless you. And I will make your name great. Now we're talking about wisdom and wealth. These are the words that God spoke to Abraham before Abraham got started. So when y'all look in the book of Genesis and Abraham is talking to God, he's having his internal experience. This is what God is saying to him. And that was at the moment that God made an agreement with Abraham. Right, Abraham, and he was the first leader of the black nation Israel. They were alive a long time ago, brother. A very long time ago. And so having that conversation where he can feel God saying, I'm gonna make you a great nation. Now there was a thing about that. He just didn't say I'm gonna make you a great nation just because. There was 2 parts to that. Would anybody know what would that second part? What did Abraham have to do in order for God to make him a great nation? Israel had to live as God's people. Meaning you had to be a certain way. So I'm going to do great things for you. But in order for me to do great things for you, you need to live a certain way. People need to see you. And when they see you, they need to see me. Meaning that we are a reflection of the Creator. His genius, his intelligence, his power, his mercy, his love. Every time somebody sees you, they're not only supposed to see you, but they're supposed to see the God in you. Now, this was the agreement. This was the promise. I'm going to make you that promise. Now, who in here make promises to their friends? You know, I promise you to so-and-so. You make promises? I make promises. Now, here's a hard situation. Who break promises? I don't, yeah, okay. You gotta understand that. Break promises. Huh? You break promises?
No.
Oh, that didn't even, break promises. Now, look. In that note, everything that you learn about the Bible, after Abraham has his conversation with God, everything that you're going to learn about the Bible after Abraham makes that conversation with God is all about that promise. That is what they call the inheritance. Because he said, not only am I going to do it for you, but if you have any children, I'm going to bless them too. I'm going to make you a great nation. Who knows different nations on the globe? Name a nation. Correct. Africa is a nation. Name another nation.
Europe.
Europe is a nation.
South America.
South America. Asia. That's inside of America. That's a state. But that's okay. It's within a nation. Great job. And realize how big these places are. Who's ever seen them on the globe and how big these and Africa's actually one of the biggest. It's huge. And it's got countries within it. It's a continent. Right? Now, God told Israel, which was a small group of people, I'm going to make you great. And all the nations of the world are going to be blessed by you. And that's a promise. But there's one thing that you got to do for me. It was two things. God said you got to love me with all your heart, your mind, and your strength. And then love your brother as thyself, or your neighbor as thyself. I want you to look into the person next to you and say, hello, neighbor.
Hello, neighbor.
Look to the other side and say, hello, neighbor.
Hello, neighbor.
Share some love with them. Say, hello, neighbor.
Hello, neighbor.
Right. Now, this is what God had asked Israel to do. I want y'all to be a family, a community, a group that reflects me. So everything after that is about them trying to get that inheritance. Who knows what an inheritance is? What's an inheritance?
Something that's passed on.
Say it again.
Something that's passed on from the family.
Right, something that's passed down from your family, from generation to generation to generation. It's your inheritance. So what is being inherited throughout the entire Bible is that promise. It's that promise to make you a great nation. Now, if you say great nation, what would you think would be inside a great nation? Great people? Right. If you're a great nation, that means you got a whole bunch of people who's great. What else is inside a great nation?
Great laws.
Laws, you got, how to govern, right? Watch this, how that comes into play. How to govern people, how to interact, how to make people come together so they're not disrespecting each other. Say it again.
If you have a great nation, wouldn't you have to do a lot of things to make sure you keep your nation right?
Right. You would have to do a whole lot to keep the nation right. It's not just, it's a whole bunch of stuff that you have to do. One of them, here's the question. If you have a great nation, would there be people that would be hungry?
No.
No. Everybody would eat, right?
No.
If you had a great nation, would you have a lot of homeless people?
No.
No.
We have
Right. If you had a great nation, would there be poverty?
No.
No. Right. It wouldn't. And so, like she said, there would be a lot of things that you would have to continue doing to keep the nation great. But God says there's two ways to make sure that you stay in line. Love me. When we was listening to the Kirk Franklin song, I want to love nobody but you, because that was the first commandment. Love thy God with all their heart, thy mind, thy strength. Everything you got, love me. And then he didn't talk about you. He didn't say love you. He didn't say focus on you. He said love your brother, love your neighbor as yourself. Look at your neighbor and say, hello, self.
Hello, self.
Can you imagine what it would take or what it would look like or what it would be if everybody treated you the best that you could be treated, or you treated everybody the best that they could be treated? That's when you loving people like you yourself. If I look, I got 10 pairs of shoes and I see a kid walking outside with no shoes and I don't offer him a pair of my shoes. Am I loving him like I love me? No. Right, because I got more shoes than he got and he has nothing. That does not make us a great nation. That means we wouldn't be in God's favor. So now in this story where we're talking about King Simon. Now Simon had a daddy. And his daddy, everybody knows is his daddy. I don't know how much y'all know about Simon, but you know his daddy. His daddy was the one who defeated Goliath. Who defeated Goliath? David. Right. David was the little boy who put the rock in the sling, twirled and said, whack, and killed Goliath. And he became the young king. And he became the king for a very long time, to the point where everybody liked him. To the point where they speak about David more than they speak about his son. Now, his son, because everybody, you know, transitions over to the ancestral realm. When they get too old, what happens to people when they get too old? They pass away. Right. They transition into the different realm, the ancestral realm. And we trying to change that word die as in terms of, like I said, you know, they pass away. They pass over to the other side. So you never die. It's never like, oh, you don't exist no more. No, your spirit goes back to God and continues within the spiritual realm. Now, when before his pops died, David told his son, I'm going to give you the kingdom. You're going to be king. Now, Simon was not the oldest brother. He was one of the youngest brothers. Young brother? Right. I'm looking at you. Yeah. He was the young brother. Now, his brothers got mad, and we're not even going to talk about the fight that they had. But his father, before he passed, said, no, we're going to do a ceremony. And then after the ceremony, everybody's going to know that you're the king. And that's exactly what happened. He became the king. So now, he was young. And so after this, he goes to sleep. And in his dreams, who have dreams in here? Now, do you remember your dreams when you wake up?
Yeah.
Sometimes, right. Sometimes you do. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you might have bad ones, sometimes you have good ones, sometimes you have ones that you just don't even understand. You can't even explain. Yep, I have dreams that I don't even understand, I can't even explain. Like, what? Did you dream yesterday? You dreamed today? Do you remember what you dreamed about? Did you dream? Who remembers what they dreamt about?
Yeah. I dreamed about me and my sister and random girl were walking down the street, and then I suddenly was to start dancing for and then after that I just ran so fast and just went to some kind of store, and I had this bell and my mom's trying to call me and I just ignored it.
And that's what happens. You can dream and you don't, whatever it is, it just happens. Now Simon had a dream that God was talking to him. He had a dream that he was talking to God. And God came to him and was like, hey, well, man, you king now. Yes, brother? You had a lovely dream. What was your dream?
I was at the stadium and I saw two boys that had candles on their fingers.
They had candles on their fingers?
Yes.
Wow. They had lights coming out their hands. It's like superheroes. Candle kings. I don't know. But now, hold on, wait. So now Solomon hears God talking to him saying, wait a minute. What in his dreams? What is it that you want? Now you just became king. Now imagine this, because it's going to be a part of your exercise. Like, you just became king. And God asks you, what do you want? So it's just like, whoever's seen Aladdin. Right. How many wishes did Aladdin have?
3.
Right. God is going to ask you one wish. I'm going to ask you one thing. At this particular point, what would you ask God for? If you know you can ask him for one thing, you're going to be king of the black nation, what would you ask God for? Quiet. Say it again. He wants to be the richest in the world. Okay, what would you ask God for? Raise your hand. I'm going to come back to you. What would you ask God for?
I wish I was inside my toys and I can fly them.
He wants to fly his toys. What would you ask God for?
I wish I had 1,000.
Wait up, hello. I can't hear you.
I wish I had 1,000 wishes.
You have more wishes? Okay, what would you ask God for?
A lot of $100 bills.
Money, what would you ask God for?
I would ask God to raise a black community.
He wants to ask God to raise a black community. He wants what type of superpowers, bro? He wants telekinesis. What you ask God for? He wants the wealthiest nation in the world. Oh, you got one now. What would you ask God for? A mansion.
I would wish for.
Wait, let Zion go first. Go ahead.
I would wish for infinity wishes.
Infinity wishes. What would you ask God for?
I would wish for everything. It's everything. I would wish.
One, you got one. So how you gonna say you got one wish? God, can I have everything? But how would he know to you? Of course, he's gonna know. But how would you define everything?
How would I define everything? You'll figure that out soon. But
Okay, well you can do it now. Now, in this conversation, Simon realizes something. Wait, I am the king of God's people. I am the king of God's people. And he said, wait a minute, and I'm young. So don't think that this is, I told you, he wasn't the oldest child. He was one of the young ones. David had a lot of kids. And he was one of the young ones. And he said, God, you gave me the responsibility of your people. Brother man, you sit next to him, help him, man. There we go. Treat everybody as though they was you, you know. Treat your brother as he was yourself. So help him out like you would want somebody to help you out. So now he's sitting there saying, I'm young. I don't know what it completely takes to raise your people up to do what you asked us to do. Now remember, I told you at the beginning, everything that happens in the Bible happens after Abraham has his conversation with God. It's all about getting that inheritance. What was being passed down. Remember, we said it in the beginning. God promised you a great nation. He said, your name will be great. You're going to be famous. Uh-oh. You're going to be famous. Everybody know anybody who's famous?
No.
Who you know who's famous?
Granddaddy.
Huh?
Granddaddy.
Yes, right. Granddaddy, Jermozy. Yeah. Who else know? Yeah. Anybody, and even if you don't know, name a name in history that we know is famous. Kevin Hart is famous, right? Yeah, Zion, the little lion. Martin Luther King.
Marcus Messiah.
But who?
Steph Curry.
Steph Curry. Who did you say? Marcus Messiah Garvey. Now look, wait. Now, what God was saying is clear. All those y'all named, there are certain individuals that God will always acknowledge, because not only did you have fame, but it's the reason why you have fame. Do you have fame for the sake of benefiting yourself? Or do you have fame for the sake of benefiting God's people? That's two different levels of fame. Because one fame is all about you. Somebody else's fame, granddaddy, it's all about black people. I am who I am because I'm serving God and I'm helping God's people get, quote unquote, their inheritance. And we already said what would be the inheritance if we could get it together. We said the inheritance would be a great nation. And we said the things that would be in our great nation. Now, so when God heard this, he said, Simon looked at me and said, so God, you know what I want? going to ask for one thing. You know what I want? God was like, what do you want? He said, I want wisdom. Quiet, quiet. I want to know what it means to understand you more and teach the people that you call yours how to be yours. Because just because we say we are the people of God doesn't mean we know how to be the people of God. That is the part we have to learn. And the key way you learn it is treating your neighbor as yourself. That's how much you got to love each other. So he said, teach me how to do that. And God was like, wow. He looked at Simon and was like, wow. You know why he said wow? Because he thought Simon was going to say, hey, make me rich. Simon didn't say that. He was like, hey, kill my enemies. Simon didn't say that. He said, hey, I want wisdom. God said, you didn't even ask for longevity. What's longevity? Growing old. Living a long time. He didn't even ask for that. He said, you know what I'm going to do for you? Wow. He said, I'm going to give you wisdom so deep. Who ever been to the beach before?
I've been to the beach.
Now watch this, watch this. How small is a grain of sand? Right, wait. Yeah, you see that? Like this, right? A grain of sand is like super small, right? Real small. Now, how much sand is at the beach if it's that small? Whoa! Like, huh? Say it again? Infinite, because you can't count the grains of sand at any. You can get a bucket. You can go to the beach, right? And get a bucket and take it home and take out 1 grain of sand. 1, 2. How long do you think it's going to take you to get to that whole bucket?
100 hours.
You could not probably live that long to get to that end of that bucket. God said, I'm going to give you so much wisdom, it's going to be so deep, it's going to be like grains of sand at the beach, at the shore. That's how smart you're going to be. You're going to be able to talk about anything. That's how smart you're going to be. Since you're asking me for wisdom, I'm going to give you wisdom. And he said, guess what else I'm going to give you? Since I like that response. What type of wisdom he wanted? He wanted the wisdom that would help him teach black people how to be God's people. That was, God said, wait a minute, you know what I'm saying? I'm loving you for this, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to give you all of that. He was feeling close. Oh, I can't believe you know what I mean? You really going to do that? You're really going to make black people love black people the way I need them to love black people so they can follow? Woo! I'm going to give you all of this. And I'm going to make you rich beyond belief. Not only will you be smart, so smart that there be nobody in your lifetime smarter than you. Anywhere around the world. Nobody in your lifetime smarter than you. Nobody in your lifetime richer than you. All because you said, I want wisdom to lead black people. I'm going to make you rich the way rich ain't never been rich before. Now you can Google it if you want to when you leave. It's written that Simon was worth $2.1 trillion. Whoa, think about it. Whoa, let's say this again. They calculated the wealth in the Bible and said, Simon, in biblical days, way back then, because they said he had like 25 tons of gold brought to him a year. In biblical days back then, Simon, the black nation Israel, the richest man on the planet, $2.1 trillion. Is that not a great nation? Is that not a great nation? Yes, and they need it for nothing. They said his level of business, because you said wealth, right? I got wisdom. So not only am I teaching you how to be a better you, not only am I guiding you how to be the better you, and I'm going to also, we got wealth. We don't need for nothing. My kingdom, everybody eats. Everybody's got a decent job. Everybody's got a good house. We don't have slaves here. We're not oppressed here. I got my people to love on each other like they love black people to love God. That's it. They wasn't giving Simon praise. They was giving God praise. They wasn't saying, hail to the King Simon. No, it was hail to God, the Creator. And God said, if this is what you're going to do, not only am I giving you wisdom, not only am I giving you riches, but I am also going to give you, and this one was conditional. Because he said, I'm going to just give you riches and wisdom since you said it. This other one, the third one, was conditional. He said, then I'm going to give you longevity. If you follow what they said, somebody said we had to have laws and had to do a lot of different things to keep a nation going good. He said, if you follow my ways, I'm going to do this for a very long time. But if you don't do it, if you don't do it, I'm going to punish you. Because God calls his people to be his people. The only way I can bless you exceedingly, and this is in abundance, is if you're doing the right thing unto God. Because some people will tell you do something and it's only unto them. But he said, I needed you to do the right things unto me. And that was the difference between God doing it and somebody, well, he's doing it for God and he's doing it for himself. Now this is clear, black leadership. How can you tell good black leadership? Anybody know? I'll tell you. Good black leadership is leadership that leads you to being the best that God has in you. It got leadership now, and those, because we got now summer camp coming Monday, y'all gonna have your camp aides, and some of the camp aides are only the 13, 14, 15-year-olds, right? So they're learning how to be leaders in their own community amongst their own peers. And you'll be able to tell what's a good leader. Even in the adults, what's a good leader? If I sit down and say, do this because I said so, that's because I said so. Not because God is leading you anywhere. But you would have to first believe that, one, if I'm asking you to do something, is he trying to make me better so that I can hear and feel and experience God in my life? Or he just trying to make me listen to him? That's the thing. That's how you can tell. That's how you judge. All leadership. Now, we named some individuals that were black leaders. I heard Marcus Messiah Garvey. I heard Jeremiah Kamathi. I heard Martin Luther King. Now, the other individuals, when we talked about famous, they weren't leaders. Kevin Hart is not a leader. Curry is not a leader. They're just famous. But they're not leaders in terms of community leaders. Yes? Malcolm X was a community. Yes? Right, Rosa Parks, Harry, she dropped the sister's name. We had all them brothers. We need some sisters up in here. And those were leaders. Even with Harriet, she said, you know what? I'm free. And she got to the north. I'm free. Does that mean she had to go? Now, if you walk, okay, we got Detroit in the house, right? Is Detroit here? Detroit. Where y'all from? They're from Atlanta. So we got Detroit and we got New York in the house, right? Y'all from here, but you know what I'm saying? Y'all living in New York, right? Can you imagine? Now, why? We'll use it once from because I think New York is further than Detroit is. Could you imagine walking to New York? How did y'all flew in with the plane or y'all drove? Yeah. Now, can you imagine walking from New York to the South? Can you imagine that? Now, right. See, and this is what I'm trying to get you in terms of Harriet Tubman's level of leadership. He just drove, and it's 14 to 16 hours driving. If you're driving the speed limit, it's 16. If you're going a little faster, you get 14. If you're super speeding, you get here in 12. I know, right? But they driving. Imagine walking from New York back to Georgia. Harriet Tubman said, I'm free because I walked from Georgia to New York. Because in New York, they didn't have slavery. But when she got there, she felt bad. And just like Simon, she said, God, give me the ability to free your people. I want to learn how to lead your your people the way you want me to lead them. Not the way the South wants me to lead them, or even the North. Because the North be like, yo, don't go back, stay here. She be like, no, I gotta go back. And she walked back. She got from Georgia to New York and walked back like 25 times. Can you believe that? Because God told her, this is what inside her. This is what I need you to do. Bring my people to me. Free my people. That's leadership. And even to this day, we still say this woman's name. One of the most powerful sisters. Why? Because she did it in the worst environments. So looking at leadership. Now, all this, when you look at David, you said, David was, Solomon. He was David's son. He was one of the kids, and he looked at, and that's one of the things here when you're looking at your parents. Who are your parents to you? He said, I want to inherit what the blessings that you gave my father. Not only did he inherit the blessings, Simon's kingdom was greater than his father had a great kingdom. If y'all hear King David, y'all always talk about King David. But Simon's kingdom, he took the inheritance of his father and magnified it. There has been no king who made that level of wealth through his wisdom. And one of the reasons why I believe he also asked for wisdom, because he knew wealth doesn't come from just asking for wealth. It's not hard work. Because you can work hard and be broke. It's a state of mind. It's how you think. And for him, wealth started with understanding what God would have for you. What would God have for me? What would God want me to do? What would God want me to achieve? What would God want me to develop? If y'all was watching this year, at the end of the school year, you see students getting these big scholarships. $1 million. This one got up to 22 college accepted full rides, and they're picking and choosing how they want to go about their life. Why? Because at the moment that they're going to school to learn to be educated, they accepted, I need to learn as much as I can learn so that I can find out what God would have me do indeed. It doesn't mean you have to, and I'll say the first, school doesn't define you. It just starts you off. School doesn't define you. It just starts you off. Now, how you handle it, because everybody don't go to college. Everybody's not built that way. So I'm not going to say go, I'm not going to say not go. I'm going to say find what God has in you. And that's different. Because in that journey, you will be the best you, and you will treat everybody else as well as you treat yourself. And so when I sit down and say the covenant, the generation, the King Solomon generation, that's a generation that understands their history. It's a generation that understands their culture and traditions. It's a generation that understands the word of abundance. What does abundance mean? Say it again. Say it again. A large amount. Yes. Who? What did he say? Who's that? I don't know. That's good. Oh, okay.
A football player.
Oh, he's a football player. Yeah. And Biff, again, but we're talking about developing your fame by your submission to God. Developing your wealth. God doesn't want you to be broke. He said, I'm going to give you a great nation. A great nation. That means, like she said, there's a lot of things you got to do to make your nation work. So when you coming out of school, people are going to be able to look at you like, woo, God is in that one. She's just such a genius. She's just gifted and talented. Some people run fast, right? Some people draw. Some people sing. Some people dance. Some people are scientists, chemists. Some people are engineers. What did God put in you to do? And that's when you start surrendering unto wisdom, right? So now, in terms of the generation, King Solomon generation, I came up with an idea. I said, you know what? We're going to see how well everybody thinks. Now, the idea is, all right, this is the exercise. $20, right? So what I did was I sat down in my head and I said, what type of business could I create for $20? Wow. And I sat down and as I was going home last week, after last week's children's church, I said, I wonder, as we build King Solomon's generation, and they are seeking wisdom. They're business-minded and people-minded and God-fearing. They said he had great business sense because it came a part of his wisdom. They said his trade and his trade agreements went from Africa to Europe to Asia. He controlled a lot of traffic and made a lot of deals. He didn't start doing bad until he got old. He messed up when he got old, but when he was young, he masterminded. Now, I'm going to give everybody a shot. So I need y'all to think about it. Everybody gets a shot. You get to 20 if you can come up with an idea where you can take $20 and make money with it. Just to see where your mind is. And I sat down and said, I went, and as a kid for myself, I said, wow, what business as a kid can I use to develop a profit so that my life could grow in abundance? And that's everything. So you got to look at it. You got to look at everything you do when you're building God's kingdom. He had to think about it. I said, so wow, because I said most kids, y'all don't have like, big money, but you get allowance, you save it up. What would you do with $20 to make your $20 another 20 to make that $40 80 to make that $80 160? What would you do? You sure you ready? You sure? Because you're gonna get one shot. What would you do?
I'll make $130.
He said $120. That's not. He didn't say how. Please tell me how.
I would buy paint and paintbrushes, and then I could draw pictures and so on.
He said, okay. Here's a question. Now your paintbrushes. Will your paintbrushes cost $20 or will it cost more? You got to look at it. What would you do?
Well, first I have a question. Does it matter how much time it takes you to make a profit?
All it takes is $20.
So my idea was you really use that money, but you would want to have a very good relationship with people in high power, like business leaders or like state governors and stuff like that. And like later on, when you want to start a business, you come up with you and help from your
connections.
Yeah.
So you want to add $20? You want to ask them to give you more money?
No, you start off with a small business and then.
So wait. So what small business for $20 are you gonna start? Oh, that's not easy, right? When this is over, I'm gonna tell you how to make this money with $20. What you got?
I'll make a community that everybody could love each other, and so we can never bring hate in the world.
Right, but how are you gonna do that with $20? So that's a good idea. But how is $20 gonna do it? Okay, brother.
So
I'm coming to y'all.
if you have $20, you could buy stuff
What stuff?
like tools to.
What tools? That's what we're talking about. If you can tell me what tools, what you gonna do? It's gonna be yours, brother. You gonna get it.
Wait, what? Wait, what did he say?
Okay, he's keep on think about it. What you got?
Wait, what did he say?
Don't worry about what he said. He gonna come up with what he said. You gonna figure out what you gonna say.
What did you
What you got?
say?
You could use $20 to buy toys, you can make lemonade, or you can do housework, and you can pay for like a toolkit from your parents, and then you can gain more money by doing other people's.
So she said she gonna take her $20, and with $20 you said lemonade stand, right? So what are you buying with your right? So with your lemonade stand, you buying a bag of lemons. You don't buy water. You buy plastic cups. What else you get? And sugar, right? So that's a bag of lemons. How much is a bag of lemons? $2. A bag of sugar is what? Like $3 or $4. And then the cups, like $1.50. She making money with the 20. What? Who can beat her lemonade stand? Wait. We went past her. What you got?
You can like buy something you do best, like some people cut hair. You can buy clippers or something.
You can buy a set of clippers with $20. What clippers you can buy? Show me and I'm gonna buy me, because my clippers are like 40. I got clippers. You came close. That was close. I can't hear you. Oh. Okay, right. So you got a concession. What's in your concession stand for $20? Huh? I can't hear you. How do you make slushies for $20? How do you make slushies? You know how do you make slushies? Tell me. It's your business.
You need ice and food color.
Huh?
You need ice and flavoring.
With $20? Oh no, that's possible. But wait a minute, slushies. Okay, so if you wait a minute. Put your hands down. You gotta work this out. So she's got ice, right? She's got coloring, right? How much is flavoring? I don't know.
Flavoring's about $12 by itself.
Flavoring, right? Flavoring might be expensive, and then you still gotta get the sugar. So that's close now. Close. I don't think it's better than lemonade, but you close. I did it. I have that's close to that. What you got? Zion.
How about I just buy a bunch of like soccer balls, all of them, put them in something like I sell them, and it all costs $20.
You cannot get even one soccer. Well, one soccer ball might cost you $15.
No, I'm trying.
You can't. You only got $20. You only got $20. Wait. What you got?
You can buy food and give it to the homeless.
Huh?
You can buy food and give it to the homeless.
Well, you gonna buy food and give it to the homeless, but then when you get the food to the homeless, do you have any more money? Did you make any money?
No.
You just gave away your money for the $20. We tried, right. The deal is to become a great nation, because he said wealth, wisdom, and wealth. What you got, brother?
Okay, so
Because that lemonade stand winning is $20 so far. What you got?
okay, so I will like make these voodoo dolls with string.
Go ahead.
And then you can like sell them for like you can sell and
Right, whatever. Now, how you gonna?
You need to buy string, butter.
Wait. So what supplies you can get to make a doll that's gonna cost you $20? No, we don't open that side door.
Well,
And that's the thing you gotta get, because I think making dolls is gonna cost more than $20. You ready, brothers? You got there, you was sitting there, you been trying to get it. What you gonna do with the $20? $20 stock, $50, okay. Well, that's true. Wait. Now, that is not bad. So he said, I'm gonna take my $20 and I'm gonna invest in stock. What stock? What type of stock? We're gonna see how much wisdom you have. What type of stock would you invest in? Because it's $20.
A company that's doing well.
Now, okay, so I know of a company. The company name is Synchrony Financial. And every time I see Synchrony Financial, they tell you how much their stock is. A company that's doing good, stock, like, okay, we say Microsoft. You know Microsoft stock is like $70? Even so, Synchrony Financial, they like $35. Oh, you got 20. Investing was good, but we were looking for a business. So you was close. Yeah. We're going to go once, okay? We got quiet. You will make homemade cards. Wait. That's not bad. That's not, okay, so let's see, because that's construction paper. That's crayons. What else are you in your What's how you making your cards? $20. What you buying? Right. And what else? You got paper. You got paper. Now, and I think you can get paper markers for $20. So now she said for special needs. So that means you didn't have to wait birthdays or whatever. Right. Okay. All right. I didn't think about that one. That's so right now we got.
Can I go?
No, we got 1 and 2. We got 1 and 2 going on. We got 1 and 2 going on. So we got these two right here. We're gonna vote to see right now which one. You gave you a shot. Let me get up front now. What you got? What? What? That was not even on my list. Watch this. She said a car wash for $20. How much is water when you go and turn the spigot on? It's free. You go check your hose, turn the hose on next to the side of the building, the water's free. How much is the soap?
$20.
No, it ain't. It's like $2 for like some Dove or some palm olive. And then how much is the sponge?
Like
28.
One.
Huh?
One.
Yeah, sponge don't cost that much. That's a good. Oh, I think we battling now. The girls are sitting on some wisdom here, cause they making them with immediate money. I might have to go and break this to get another 20. So we got a car wash for $20. She can start literally. You can get outside today and start a car wash right now for $20, and start selling out. I'm gonna just wash your car. A lemonade stand for $20. A card company, $20. 3 business people right here. We got the Solomon generation right here. Right? Who else? What you got? And I'm not gonna say he's wrong, because that $20, investing $20, if you would have known which type of stock, because I wanted to say it, but I didn't mess it up because I didn't even say it. But you had to say it. And if you say it, I know you got it, but you're right. There's something in there. You gotta bring it out. Who else got a shot? One more shot.
I got a shot.
And then we want to vote on these 3.
I
Wait. This is the ice cream man. Now on his vision board, he's opening up a business selling ice cream. Am I right? Give me that. You know what I'm saying? So he's already thinking business minded. He said, when I grow older, I want an ice cream shop. So let's see, brother. What would be the wisdom inside you that you can take this $20 and build your empire?
So I have an ice cream shop, and I'd be selling ice cream, and I'd say that it'd be for $5.
How? Wait. So what are you going to purchase with $20 to start your business?
I buy some wood.
Why would you buy wood? How's that? That's not ice cream. We got to meditate on that. He going to need some more money. Now, wait. We had it. So look. I'm going to get one more shot. One more. Wait. You got, y'all. I give 3 more. 3 more. You've been talking a minute. Let's look at that. What you got? You got your hand up? Me? All right. What you got?
You can go first.
Got it.
You can like do people hair. You can buy the stuff for people hair.
Right? Combs, grease. Wow. Oh, she just hurt me because that grease don't cost but nothing. You feel how much is grease? It's like $5. What? And then the comb is like 75 cents. And then you braiding. What? And wait, what happens if they want dreads? All you need is shea butter. What? That's $6 and you just doing this? Oh, that's not a bad business. Okay, what else? So we got business. What you got?
A bakery. Like,
Okay, so what do you buy? What do you $20? What'd you get?
baking cakes, flowers, eggs,
Flowers, eggs, what else?
icing,
Icing.
vegetable oil.
But is that flour, eggs, vegetable oil, right? Sugar. So, because even if you do flour, you're gonna sit there and say, "But I just get a box of mix, and I'm making cupcakes." That's $20, right? You can do that for $20. Wow, brother, come on, brother, bring it home for the brothers. Look like the sisters are really rocking this King Solomon generation. What you got?
What if you buy a bunch of things under $20 and then overcharge?
You're hiking it up. Right, but you can't say a bunch of things. They are particular about their ingredients. It's not in general. Now, go ahead. What you got?
You could have a $20 community.
$20 community. That's a good try. Good try. Brother.
Okay, so you can use the $20 to buy like personal needs like soap, blankets, pillows, stuff like that. And then you would rent your house out to other people.
A pillow costs way more than $20. Now look, okay, we're gonna shut it down. We're gonna shut it down because we got some good ones. I'm sorry, we got some good ones. Good ones that made it. Right? Huh? We got some good ones. Y'all ready for the good one? So now we got the lemonade stand. On a hot summer day, who would buy some lemonade? Raise your hands. Oh, y'all be for real. I would buy some lemonade.
Get some Kool-Aid from the store.
Wait. And that's wait. And who said Kool-Aid? Who said Kool-Aid? This is the sad part because I'm gonna tell you my idea for $20, right? It would have been either Kool-Aid Pops, which is 25 cents for the Kool-Aid, a couple of dollars for the sugar. I would mix the Kool-Aid, put it in the ice loop because we did this when we were kids, and you put it inside a little ice tray and freeze it, and I would sell everybody with a toothpick in it, and I sold the little Kool-Aid Pops, right? Another one I thought about, and nobody said this because you see it every day. When y'all come off the interstate, and there are kids standing on the corner, what are they selling? Water. Watch this, right? And again, we're using wisdom, and we're watching wisdom around us. They sit down. When you go to the grocery store, you can buy 24 bottles of water for $4. Watch right. You can buy 24 bottles of water for $4. And take those take those 24 bottles home. I would buy 2 packs of the bigger pack. So I got 48 bottles of water and I take them home. I put them in my refrigerator. This is what these kids do. And then they take them to the corner and they stand outside. So now you spent $8. You got 48 bottles of water and you only spent $8. So not only do you have change after you spend $8 for 48 bottles of water, you just made what? $48. And that's exactly how they do it. They sat down and said, I'm going to do with what I have. And that's when you know that God is blessing you with wisdom, where you're looking at what you have to build on to make something greater. And that's when you know always, kids and black people have always done it for centuries. When we're tapping into God's wisdom, we look at what we have. Because you can't get what you don't have. And we create everything from that experience. And that's when you start dealing in wealth, where you sit down and say, I'm going to watch everything I create, make, and do. I'm going to chart it and I'm going to write it down. I'm going to be conscious about what I spend out versus what I get in. Because what did God say He's given us? A great nation. So on that way to building a great nation, we have to be also financially conscious. And that's why, one reason why He said, I need wisdom. I need wisdom to help build this nation that God has called me to build. I need wisdom. And He was young. And the reason why I'm going to continue saying that He was young is because the world considers you young too. But that does not mean you don't have wisdom. And if you're listening to the ideas that you shared, it was beautiful. Now, I got, it's almost time to go. I got the lemonade shop, I got the cards, and then we had, what was the other one?
Car wash.
The car wash, and the hair.
And the bakery.
And the bakery, that was good too. So who y'all think won?
Home cards.
Bakery.
Card, okay. Hair. Somebody, what? Who else you think? Hair. You think card?
Hair.
Wait, okay.
is the walk
Mommy?
with money?
Who do you think won?
Cars.
Wait.
Hair.
We had lemonade stand. We had car wash. We had homemade cards. And we had hair.
And the bakery.
And the bakery. We had 5 great ideas.
The homemade car.
It was the homemade cards?
Yeah.
Wait.
What did they say they were getting? What did they say they were getting with $20?
What you purchasing with the $20? You didn't win yet. She needs to know what you say she's going to get with the $20. She wants to know, what are you buying?
The paper,
Paper,
markers.
markers.
You know, you can get that at the dollar store for just $2. That's all.
Okay. This paper and markers?
No, like colored paper and markers.
Okay.
Crayons. And then I ask the kids what they want, and then they tell me, and then I draw it out on the card. And they can give it to like their parents or their relatives or friends or whatever. And it's like I could go to like multiple places in my mom's car and like drive down to like daycares and that.
Okay.
Okay, I did. Homemade car.
You like the homemade card? Everybody give a hand. Everybody give a hand. Give a hand. She wanted $20. She wanted $20. Give a hand.
Good job, guys.
Everybody had great ideas. I wish I had more. We might do this next week since y'all think. Because I don't know what I'm gonna ask y'all again next week. But this is about wisdom and wealth. King Solomon used it. He didn't just have wealth. He had wisdom first. And when he had, not only did he have wisdom, I'm going to make do with what I have. And I'm going to build on that. And wisdom comes with that. Being able to look at where you are and grow from that point. And that's exactly how we judge our leaders. Individuals who bring us to God first. And then from that point on, we get our inheritance, which is the abundance of life in all things. Amen? Amen? Amen. All right, let's line up and let's get y'all back to y'all parents.
Good job. Y'all had great ideas.
Oh, I picked her up.
It's not about what you do for your kids. It's about what you teach your kids to do for themselves. Give me a generation raised on self-determination, and I will show you a better black community.